Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got game 3 of this series between the Tigers and Tampa Bay Devil Rays. It's the rubber match, and leading off for the Detroit Tigers, playing second base is Lou Whitaker. Batting second, playing shortstop's Alan Trammell. Batting third, playing first base is Cash. Batting fourth, playing third base is Cabrera. Batting fifth, playing left field is Colavito. Batting sixth, playing right field is Ordonez. Batting seventh, playing center field is Granderson. Batting eighth and doing the catching is Freehand. And on the mound, batting ninth is Max Scherzer. Now to the hometown Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Leading off, playing shortstop is Jason Bartlett. Batting second, playing center field is Upton. Batting third, playing right field is Huff. Batting fourth, playing first base Pena. Batting fifth, playing left field is Meadows. Batting sixth, playing third base is Longoria. Batting seventh, playing second base is Cantu. And batting eighth, on the catching is Navarra. And on the mound, doing the pitching is James Shield. Let's get down here to the stadium and get this game started. And to lead it off for the Tigers is Lou Whitaker. In 1983, he batted .320 with 12 homers, 72 RBIs, and on the mound making his first start, James Shield. And he was 16-12 with a .282 ERA in 2011. And here's his first pitch to Sweet Lou. And that's going to be a base on balls. Whitaker trots on down to first. And we're going to do a little hit and run here with a runner down at first with Trammell up. And that ball's a well hit. Let's see where it ends up at. And that's going to be a double in the right field. And with Lou on the run, that's going to score him from first. And just like that, the Tigers are up 1-0. Brings up Norm Cash now with a runner down at second. And nobody out. And Cash in 1961 batted .361 with 41 homers and 132 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left. And sweet. And that's going to hold the runner at second. Trammell's not going nowhere with one out. Comes up Cabrera now. And he is looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 9. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. On a 53 and a 5. That's going to be fielding number 2. And they're going to look the runner back to second. Fire over to first. That'll be 2 outs. Runner still down at second. And Rocky Colavito's up. And in 1961, he batted .290, 45 homers, and 140 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. But the Alan Trammell's double scores 1. Tigers 1. Tampa Bay coming up to bat. And they'll have Bartlett, Upton, and Huff do up here against Matt Scherzer. Jason is batting .250 on the year, no homers and no RBIs. And then 2013, Max was 21-3 with a 2.9 ERA. Here's the pitch to Jason. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Trammell. Routine grounder. That'll be out number 1. And Aaron Reed joins us here, folks. Check out his great channel. And that'll bring up BJ looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 8. And he's going to be 0 for 9. As that's a swing and a miss. Max strikes him out for out number 2. And Huff comes to the plate. And he's batting 300 on the year. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Sweet Lou at second, over to first, and that'll be a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. We go to the top of the second, 1-0 Tigers. You got Ordonez due up here, followed by Granderson and Freehound. And Ordonez batting 375, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Shields' first strikeout, second strikeout of the game. 1 up and 1 down here in the second. Chris Granderson's up now, and he's batting 500 on the year. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one. Curtis off to a good start of this season. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Huff gets over, cuts it off quickly. And that'll bring up Bill Freehan, and he is 1964, batted 300, 18 homers and 80 RBIs. And that's going to be lifted in the center field. Upton's got it for out number 2. And I think Anderson's going to be off with this one. He's going to try to steal. And it's going to be a 6-29. So that'll be a 53 or lower. He's safe at second. And they get him, folks. Nice job by Navarra. Throws Granderson out. That leaves Max at the plate to lead off the inning. Didn't see that happening. Nice throw. And they get to Speedy Granderson out at second. Brings up Pena, Meadows, and LaGoria. Pena is batting 125, no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Max strikes him out for out number 1. And Meadows comes to the plate now. And he's batting $125, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit. Let's see where this goes to, folks. And that's going to be a double into right field. And just like that, time runs down at second for Tampa Bay with 1 out. And Longoria is up. And he's batting .333 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And against the righty, 18. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. Trammell, I should be fielding column number 1. And it is. Oh, with 1 out, that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Pop-up out down the third. Meadows holds. And now there's 2 outs. And here's the man off to a good start this year. Batting .222, but he's got 2 homers and 3 RBIs, old Jorge Cantu. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Trammell. He's going to fire across the diamond. Nope, that's going to be a pop-up down the Trammell. So pump up down the Trammell, and that'll end the inning. And the Rays strand 1. We go to the top of the third. We got SCHERZER due up. He was up to the plate when Curtis got thrown out, and then Lou and Allen due up. Max. And 2013 says we don't need no stinking DH. He batted .333 with 1 RBI. Excuse me. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Shields strikes him out. And you can see the team comparisons. Detroit is 1-1, struck out 28 times, walked 20. No doubles and no triples. And Tampa Bay struck out 23 times, 5 walks and 6 doubles and 1 triple. And Sweet Lou's up. He walked and came around the score in the first. And that's going to be a fly ball out to the left for out number 2. with that RBI double back in the first. He also flies out the left, a 1, 2, 3 third. To the bottom of the third we go. Bottom part of the order due up here for Tampa Bay. Navarra, Shields, and then it flips over to Bartlett. And Navarra, he's batting a $125, no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. He trots on down the first. And that brings up Shields. And then 2011, he was 0 for 8, but he did have an RBI. He's going to try to lay down a bunt here. Get the runner over to second. 35. That's going to be bunting in front of the plate. Bill's up with it. Only plays down the first with Lou covering. And that'll be out number 1. But now the tying runs in scoring position for the top of the order. And Jason's up. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to short. And that's going to be well hit. See if he can score Navarro from second here. And that's going to be a double. And that's going to tie the ball game up, folks. That'll be a double in the center field. And now it's a 1-1 ball game. And B.J. Upton's up now. The runner's still in scoring position and 1 out. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts for him. So Max got his number so far today. Out of 3 strikeouts, 2 of them's been Upton. And that'll bring up Huff now. He grounded out to second back in the first. And that's going to be a base on balls. So first and second now and 2 outs. And Pena's up. He's 0 for 1 today. He struck out. And that's going to be against the righty. 16. And that's going to be popped up down the short. Trammell makes the catch. But on the double by Bartlett, Tampa Bay ties this game up as we go to the 4th. We got the big boys due up here for the Tigers. Cash, Cabrera, and Colavito, the C brothers, CCC. And Cash, he flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Norm walks down the first. Got a head run down at first now for Cabrera. And he grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a catcher 14. And that's going to be a foul out back behind home plate. Navarro makes the catch near the screen for out number 1. And here's Rocky. Colavito's up now. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. 41. 1 of 5. Yep. And that's going to be, that'll be fielding column 1. And that's going to be the old 5-4-3 double play. So the old 5-4-3 double play ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still tied up at 1 apiece. You got Meadows, Longoria, and Cantu due up here. Meadows doubled in the second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Max 4th strikeout of the game. And Longoria comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He popped up the third. And that's going to be a rare play, a 39 and a 64. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be ground ball down the second. And that's going to be an error on Trammell, an E4. He holds on to it, doesn't throw it away, but the runner makes it down to first now with a 1 out. And Cantoon, he popped up the shortest first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Rocky and left. 2 outs now. And Navarro's up. And he has walked, came around the score back in the third. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Max gets out of the inning. The error doesn't cost him. We go to the top of the fifth, still 1 apiece. Ordonez, Granderson, and Freehan do up here. Ordonez is struck out back in the second. That's going to be a base on balls. And again, the Tigers get the lead runner on. The Tigers have scored 8 runs on 3 homers and 1 stolen base. Haven't been caught. Tampa Bay is 9 runs, 3 homers, and been caught once. As Ken Castro joins us here. And Granderson's up. He singled back in the second and got caught stealing. And that's going to be a ground ball down to first. 62 and a 4. And that's going to be fielding column. Barely fielding column 2. And they're holding him on, and that's going to be a single in the right field. Granderson gets it by the first baseman there. And now we got first and second. And nobody out. Tigers threatening again here. And let's see if Bill can deliver. He flew out to center his first time up. Yeah, this is a good pitching match here. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Ordonez is not going nowhere. So now there's 1 out. And Max is up. And Max is going to try to get both of them in the scoring position here. I don't know. Max is a pretty good hitter. We're going to let Max swing away. What the hell? Let him swing away. And that's going to be a base on balls. Shields walks him. Walks. The base is loaded, folks. Bases are juiced. Sweet Lou's up. They're going to play back for the double play and try to get out of this. Lou is walked and flew out the left, came around the score in the first. And that's going to be hit back to the mound. 44 and a 2. That'll be fielding column 1. And that's going to be the old, let's see here. It's going to be the old 1, 2, 3 double play. So how to win the inning as Lou hits into the double play. Tigers second time hitting into a big double play. Bases loaded, 1 out, and they don't get anything. That'll bring up Shields. Nice play by Shields to start that double play. See Tampa Bay's upcoming schedule. They stay at home and play Chicago. And they go on the road, play the Tigers for 1 game. Then they head on to Chicago. Shields had a sacrifice, spun his first time up. And that's going to be a strikeout for Scherzer. His 6th of the game. And Jason's up now. And Jason's 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the third. And that's going to be a deep fly to center. Curtis chases it down for out number 2. And here's Upton up now. And BJ's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Can Max give him the hat trick? And 23 is a ground ball. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. He strikes him out, gives him the old hat trick. Upton has struck out 3 times out of Max's 7 strikeouts. That'll win the 5th 1, 2, 3 inning. We got Trammell, Cash, and Cabrera due up here. Allen's 1 for 2 with an RBI double in the first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Shield strikes him out for out number 1 as Legend Sports Universe comes in. Check out his great channel, folks. He's got basketball, football, baseball, and he's going to start some basketball up. Check it out. And Norm's 0 for 1. He has flown out and walked in the 4th. And that's going to be against the righty. Make him a 10 on a 8. That's going to be a single in the left field. Sorry, a single in the right field. As Norm turns on it and gets that in there. So again, he's aboard here. Here comes all these C's. Cabrera and Colavito up now. Cabrera's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and popped up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Shields walking himself into another mess here. That's his 5th walk to go with 4 strikeouts. And Rocky, can he make him pay for it? He hit into that 5-4-3 double play his last time up. He's 0 for 2 as G-Puck joins us here. And that's going to be another base on balls. He has just walked. The base is loaded, just like he did back in the 5th when Sweet Lou hit into that 1-2-3 double play. And now you got one of the big boys due up, Ordonez. Can he deliver here? He is 0 for 1. He has yet to put the ball in play. He has struck out and walked back in the 5th. And that's going to be against the righty, 18. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Cash doesn't have great speed. Granderson's up next. Let's see here. 23 and a 1, probably fielding column 2. Yeah, column 2. And that's going to be a 58. Cash even, he might be able to score on a 58 here. Yeah, and they might not even throw there. They're not even going to bother throwing there. Let's see here. And that'll be a 58 for Cabrera to make it down the 2nd. Down the 3rd. Let's see here. And that's who they're going to try for, because they're both going to try to tag up here. So they're going to go for the Cabrera. Now 31. 31 will be a 61 or lower. Cabrera makes it the 3rd, and it'll be 1st and 3rd. As Cash, they're not even going to try to throw him out. And they get him at 3rd, but the run does score. So that's a fly ball out. Because it was a 61. I rolled a 62, right? Yep. They just barely get him as Cabrera's homping mad as Longoria puts the tag on him. So runner scores from 3rd. A runner at 2nd is thrown out. But the Tigers take a 2-1 lead here. As we go to the bottom of the 6th. Could have been a lot worse. Tampa Bay hanging in there. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep, for only a 6. And you got Huff due up, followed by Pena and Meadows. Huff is 0 for 1, grounded out and walked in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Sweet Lou at 2nd. Over to Cash for out number 1. And brings up Pena now. And he's 0 for 2. He struck out and popped up the short. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Trammell. That's going to be the 2nd error of the game for the Tigers. Sweet Lou made an error. Now Allen's made an error. I don't see that very often. Both of them making an error in the same game. So you got a tying run down at 1st. And Meadows is up. He had a double back in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. and he gets a hold of this, he might make him pay here. Pena doesn't have a lot of speed down there. That's going to be a double in the right field. And with one out, Pena's going to stop at third. So we got second and third. One out. It's going to force the Tigers to bring the infield in with Longoria up now. And he is 0 for 2. He's popped up and reached on that error by Whitaker I was talking about earlier. Let's see if the Tigers can get out of this mess. Here's the pitch to Longoria. That's going to be a 18. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. 52 and a 3. And that'll be fielding column 1. That'll be a 44. Pena does not have a lot of speed. A 19, that's a 50-50 chance, and who's due up next? They're going to hold him. Jorge's due up next, and he's been hitting the ball well this year. That's a fly ball to center field. They're going to hold Pena. Now the Tigers will play back, trying to get out of this mess with nobody scoring. Jorge's 0 for 2. He's popped up and flown out. And that's going to be a 16 on an 8. And that's going to be another fly ball out to center field. Granderson makes the catch. Second and third, nobody out. One out, rather. And Tampa Bay comes up empty. Max pitches around it. We go to the top of the 7th in a 2-1 ball game here, folks. And we got Granderson, Bill, and Max due up. Might have a pitch hitter here. I don't know. We'll see if anybody gets on. And we got Granderson, who is a perfect 2 for 2 today. He did get caught stealing back in the 2nd. And that's going to be a base on balls. Let's see here with an E. Granderson's going to try to take off and steal again here, folks. Got caught the last time. It'll be a 29. So it'll be a 55 or lower. He's in there safely. And this time he makes it. Granderson steals second. Now you got a runner in scoring position and nobody out. See if Bill can deliver here. And we might have a pitch hitter now for Max with a runner in scoring position. Bill's 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and right. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Jorge makes the catch. 4 out, number 1. And we are going to have a pitch hitter here for Max. We'll try to drive him in and give a little bit of insurance here. See, he's going to come off the bench. All of the lefties are in the game. Let's see here. And Travis Fryman's going to come off the bench. See if Travis can do something here with 1 out. Runner down at second. And Travis is 0 for 1 on the year. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. 42 and a 2 is probably fielding column 2. And it is. And that'll be a shallow ball. Granderson's going to hold at second. So now there's 2 outs. Runner still in scoring position. We're back to the top of the order in Sweet Lou. And Whitaker is 0 for 2. He did walk and come around to score back in the 1st. And he gets a hold of this. Let's see where this one ends up at. It's going to be a single in the right field. And 52. Granderson should score easily, I would think, with his speed. Yep, he'll score with no throw. So Sweet Lou comes through with an RBI single with 2 outs. And makes it a 3-1 ball game. Gives the Tigers a little bit of insurance. Now Lou's down at second, down at first. And Allen's up. And Trammell is 1 for 3. He had that RBI double back in the second. And that's going to be against a righty, 16. And that is going to be a single in the left field. And Lou will stop at second. All of a sudden now with 2 outs, the Tigers are making some noise. And Shields due up second in the bottom of the inning. They'd like to see him get through this. But Norm Cash is up. He has singled. And he has walked. He's 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bartlett. He's going to go to short way over to second. And that'll end the inning. But the Tigers score 1 on the RBI single by Whitaker. When we get to the 7th inning stretch, it's 3-1. They got the righty switch hitter. And then the righty's coming up. And Gladden, I think, is going to come out of the bullpen. Hiller could probably come on in the 8th and 9th. Gladden's going to come in, try to get through this 7th inning. And then Hiller can come in, pitch the 8th and 9th as Dave Gardner joins us here. Check out Dave's channel, folks. He's been doing a lot of Apba and Master Game over there. You and me both. I think it's one of the best games out there, Dave. Like I say, they complain about the math, but you don't have to be a scientist to get the math. Simple math. Once you get into the game, sometimes you don't even have to do the math. You get a hit advance number in the 60s, you're pretty sure a decent speed runner is going to make it with no throw. Yeah. And then again, you get a low number, you know not to even send the guy. Chances are small, except certain base situations. Maybe the pitcher's up next, and your chances of scoring's better sending him than it is waiting for the pitcher to get a hit. We got Navarre due up. We'll have a pitch hitter for Shields, and we're back to the top of the order. And Bartlett. Navarre, he is 0 for 1 today. He did walk and came around to score in the 3rd. He struck out in the 4th, so he has yet to put the ball in play. And this time he does. Trammell comes up with it. He fires over to Cash. That'll be out number 1. And oh, I forgot to tell you, this is Fred's 2nd appearance. He has no record and hasn't given up an earned run yet. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for Shields. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. Most of the lefties are already in the game. And I think Randy Wynn, switch hitter, is going to come out here and pitch hit. So Wynn comes off the bench. With 1 out and nobody on, Wynn's 0 for 1 on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Fred strikes him out. We're out number 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. We go back to the top of the order in Bartlett. And Jason's 1 for 3 with an RBI double back in the 3rd. And he gets a hold of this one. Jason having a good game here. See where this one lands. And that's going to be a double out in the right field. So a 2-out double. And now Upton's up. Runner down at second. 2 outs. And the tying runs at the plate. Upton's 0 for 3. He has struck out 3 times against Max. Let's see what Fred can do to him. And that's going to be a 4th strikeout. And BJ gets the golden sombrero for his troubles. And that'll end the bottom of the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. It's still 3-1 Tampa Bay. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here for Tampa Bay. You got the righties coming up. You got Cabrera, Colavito, and Orr. So, let's see here. Which righty do we want to go with? I think we're going to go with Hernandez. And we're going to go with Alex. He hasn't pitched yet this year. So Alex is going to come out of the bullpen. Try to keep this a 3-1 ball game. And in 2016, he was 2-4, 37 saves with a 1.89 ERA. Like I say, he'll be facing the big boys here. He's got Cabrera, Colavito, and Ordonez due up. Cabrera's 0 for 2. He did walk back in the 6th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Nice job there by Alex. Strike him out for out number 1. And Rocky's up now. Colavito's 0 for 2. He has walked, hit into a double play, and struck out. And that's going to be a rare play of 40 on a 65. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Rocky. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 22. That's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Meadows makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the 8th. And Ordonez is up now. And Miguel, he's 0 for 1. He has walked, struck out, and had a sacrifice fly. And here's the pitch to Ordonez. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound, a 1-2-3 inning. And do we let Fred in here? Fred's due up 3rd in the top of the 9th. He'll be on a short leash, if anything. We might do the old double switch. So they're going to have John warming up in the bullpen. Matter of fact, who's due up here? Yeah, I think all the lefties are due up. This is the time to bring John in. So Hiller's going to come in. We're going to do the old double switch here. Do the double switch. So John's going to come in, and he'll bat in the 6th spot for Ordonez. Okay. And now, who we got here? Did we bring in Horton or LaFleur? That is the question. To play right field. And let's see. Can we move? That's what we're going to do. Ron's going to come in and play right field and bat in the 9 spot. So he'll come in, play right field. Do the old double switch since all the lefties are due up. And this is John's second game. He's 1-0 with an 18 ERA. Let's see here. Do they go with pitch hit for Huff? Let's see here. Wins already came in. And against the lefty, Zobrist is going to come in. And Pena and Meadows. So Zobrist will come in and pitch hit for Huff. Bring in the switch hitter. Since we brought the lefty in. And Zobrist is batting 1,000. He's 1-for-1 with a double early in the year here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. John strikes him out. We're out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. And let's see if we're going to let Pena bat here, the lefty. Yeah, they're going to let Pena bat. He's going to stay in the bat against John. He's 0-for-3. He has struck out, popped up, and reached on an error. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. John strikes him out. And now we're going to pitch it here for Meadows. Let's see here who we got. Who are we going to pitch it with? That is the question. Let's see where we're at here for Meadows.
Baldelli.
And Rico's going to come in here. We'll get Rico to come in. So Baldelli will come in. Pitch it for Meadows. And I think this is Rico's first plate appearance of the year, and it is. So in 2006, Rico batted .302, 16 homers, and 57 RBIs, 2 outs, and nobody on here in the 8th. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 21 and a 9. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd, over to Cash for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 goes Tampa Bay. And we got to make these defensive changes here. Let's see here. We got Zobrist, who can play. What do we need here? Is Upton going to stay in center field? That is the question. What's Upton? Upton's a 2 with a 34 arm. Can Upton play right field? And we're going to keep Upton there. Zobrist will come in and play left. And Rico will stay in the game and play right. Alrighty. And you got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Tigers. Granderson, Bill, and LaFleur, who came in on that double switch. Alex is still out there pitching. And he's due up 4th in the 9th. So here's the pitch to Granderson. He's a perfect 2-for-2 today. He has walked, singled twice. And that's going to be a well-hit ball. Granderson having a great game here today, folks. Let's see. And that's going to be a double in the right field. Granderson's aboard here with a leadoff double. Trying to add to this 3-1 lead. And Bill's up now. Can Bill drive him in? He is 0 for 3 today. He's flown out twice and popped up. And that's going to be the runner down at second. The infield for Tampa Bay. 5, 11, 19, 21, 29, 31. 31, I believe, is fielding column 2. I believe it's fielding column 2. Yep. So fielding column 2. That's going to be a foul out behind home plate. Bill makes the catch for out number 1. Oh, Navarro makes the catch, rather, for out number 1. And now you got LaFleur up. And Ron's first plate appearance of the day. He's batting .222 on the year with 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. A 56 and a 2. How do you do? That'll be fielding column 2. And he gets him with that K. Strikes him out. LaFleur strikes out. So far, the leadoff double hasn't went nowhere. And now we got Lou Whitaker up. He's 1 for 3. And he had an RBI single back in the 7th. Can he do it again? Nope. That's going to be a ground ball down the third, over to first with it. And that'll end the inning. So the leadoff double goes nowhere. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's a 3-1 ball game. We got Longoria, Canton, and Navarro due up here for the Rays. Longoria is 0 for 3. He did reach on an error back in the 4th. And that's going to be against the lefty. 22 and 9. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Lou. He throws over to Cash for out number 1. And Jorge's up. And he is 0 for 3 today. He has popped up and flown out twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Trammell. He fires over to Cash. 2 quick outs. And Navarro's up now. Last chance here for Tampa Bay. He's 0 for 2. He walked back in the 3rd and came around the score to keep this ball game alive here. That'll be a fly ball out the run. The ball always finds you. He camps under it, makes the catch. And that's your ball game, folks. The Tigers win the ball match. So the Tigers come to Tampa Bay and take 2 out of 3. The Tigers 3 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. The Devil Rays 1 run, 4 hits and no errors. Alan Trammell a nice 2 for 4. And Granderson, perfect 3 for 3 today, folks. Tigers were only 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Left 7 men on base. And only 2 Rays had hits. Jason Bartlett and Meadows. Both of them had 2 hits. Bartlett 2 for 4. Art Meadows was 2 for 3. They were 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Left 7 men on. Max gets his first win, goes 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, walked 2 and struck out 7. Fred comes in, pitches an inning, gives up 1 hit, strikes out 2. And John gets his first save, 2 innings with 2 strikeouts. And Shields pitched a good game, but on the losing end. He's 0-1 now, 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 7. Walks kill you, and struck out 4. And Alex comes in, 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Take a quick look here at the standings and the leaderboard here in the American League. You got Baltimore, and Baltimore's 2-1. Boston's 1-1, half a game back, and Tampa Bay's now 1-2, a game back. The Tigers are now leading the Central. They're 2-1. Indians a half a game back at 1-1. Kansas City a game back, 1-2. And out west, the A's and Mariners are both 1-1. How about Granderson hitting 800 on the year, folks? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with 2 home runs. You got Alex and Jim with 4 RBIs on the year. Of course, the ERA leader right now is with 0, and the win leader at 1, and same with the save leader. Not a lot to look at. And Jorge, how about that, leading in the MVP voting, and Jim Palmer still leading in the Cy Young. Let's see what the next game on the channel will be. It'll be a National League game. Let's check it out here. And it looks like it's going to be the Giants traveling to Houston. Let's see how many game series this is. 2 games. And a 3-game series, it looks like. I don't think it'll be a 4-game series. Nope, a 3-game series. So check the pitching matchup here for the Giants, the visiting team. And it looks like it's going to be Jason Smith. See who's going to go for Houston. And Mike Scott. So it'll be the S's, Smith and Scott, going in that game. Be the next game here on the channel. I want to thank Dave Gardner, G-Puck, Ken Castro, Legend Sports Universe, and Aaron Reed for stopping in here. Check out Aaron Reed's channel, Legend Sports Universe, and Dave Gardner's channel, folks. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for reminders, and on your way out, leave a comment and hit that like button. Until next time, y'all have a great day and take care.